Well, all I gotta say for tonight for WWE Raw, it was amazing. It was really good. I really liked the story build up. Everything about it was just great. I love where they're going the direction finally, and I haven't felt this in a while. I felt like it's been kind of boring, but now it's a lot more exciting. I can't wait to get into it. Alright, so if this is your first time here, and if you haven't seen my Instagram already, we are at 5,263 followers, and we are trying to get 10,000 followers by the end of the year, which I think we can. We're pretty damn close. So if you like memes, you want to have a good chuckle and laugh, and if you like WWE content, well, this is for you. I think you'll definitely like the content here. Also some examples. I do a lot of content with like Disney characters. Obviously, we have one where they do the Joe Hendry gimmick thing, so I get Oswald to do it, which is pretty amazing. As you can see here, I can't play the sound because of copyrights, and obviously, I always film WWE fans at Disneyland, where they acknowledge the tribal chief. So if that's your content here, you can definitely check that out and hit that follow. I'll have that link below for you guys. So we got a lot of good storytelling and upsets for tonight. So as you guys know, they started off with Roman Reigns opening the show, and man, it looks like we're getting a challenge for Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed for an Australian street fight. I don't even know what that means. Does that mean they're gonna send like kangaroos or something like that in the match? Because that would be pretty awesome if they did. Or it'll probably be something like a Texas bull rope match or something like that, something similar. I don't know. But honestly, I thought it was going to go to Braun Breaker, but I get it because they are going to Australia for Crown Jewel. So it makes sense for Bronson Reed to battle and go against Roman Reigns. Now, again, it's like round two, basically. So I don't even know how they're going to do it. I have no idea what the match is, but, we're going to see what happens. So it's still fun. I mean, anything with the Tribal Chiefs is always a good time. So I would not mind either way. This was a nice little upset. Maxine Dupree defeating Becky Lynch. Now, I kind of thought that I already knew that she was going to win somehow, but I didn't think she was going to win this way. I thought she was going to win by like AJ Lee interfering, something like that was going to be disqualification. But man, Maxine won in a really funny way. So basically, what happened was Becky was just like kind of boasting on the stage, and she didn't realize the 10 count. And obviously, because it was a 10 count, she doesn't win the championship. But Maxine wins, and it was freaking hilarious. I loved it a lot. It was great. And a lot of good transitioning because I think they're trying to push Maxine to wrestle more. I did kind of realize that a few months ago when she was talking to Adam Pearce. She wanted to get more matches. And man, this was actually probably one of my favorite matches tonight because the transitioning and the way they choreographed all the wrestling was great. Like Maxine really stepped it up. She was doing a lot of ankle locks and flippy doos and all that stuff and a lot of counters and it was great. I really loved the match. Like Maxine just killed it. So it was a lot of fun. Now this match was very unexpected with Roxanne defeating Lyra. But the ending part was great. So long story short, Lyra loses, and I've been loving Lyra recently. I don't know why. Like her matches have been so great, and I think ever since her losing the Intercontinental Championship, I feel like she's been a little more free, and she gets to kind of do what the fuck she wants. And I don't know, she's been more of a baddie to me, so I've been enjoying her, every week from wrestling and stuff like that. But her losing to Roxanne, it is what it is. They kind of have to win, and with the pop rocks and shit like that. But the ending is so funny because fucking Bailey gets Lyra to go in the back. Hey, let's go jump them. So they fucking just jump them, and it's so great. I love what they're doing with the story with this because I love where Bailey's kind of going like Two Face or bipolar, we call it. I love what they're going at. I think this is great. And another thing with the Becky one, I just love Becky's like backstage like acting is so great. She's just like fucking like yelling and talking to herself the entire time. And then Seth Rollins like and then it's really funny. I love what they're doing with with the story with there. Now the next match was with now they had a match with now Jey Uso has been going a really interesting path. Now a lot of people are saying, hey, is Jey Uso gonna go heel? I don't think he's gonna turn heel, but I do think he's gonna have to learn how he's gonna grow and kind of figure out what he wants to be, right? Because right now I think he's going through that stage that he's becoming, well, they said it like here, little Romans, right? They're trying to become the next Roman Reigns, but he's gonna figure out later on. I don't think that's what he really wants. He's gonna probably get out of it and be like, this isn't what I want, and maybe another feud with Roman Reigns. I don't know what they're gonna do in the future. They could do a lot with that story. So I love this build up, and I love how Jay's just more like assertive, and he's more like fuck you, I'm just gonna fucking super kick you and everyone. He's been doing that every week, so it's been really great. So that leads to a match later on tonight. But Kairi Sane and Io, Kairi beats Io, and there is a part where Kairi, I think she like almost does like an Alabama slam on her on the like kind of like on the side of the wrestling ring, and man, it looked like it hurt. I was like, oh shoot, man, Kairi Io. I wonder if she's gonna be injured from that. So Io ends up losing to Kairi, and I think it was because of I think if I'm what's called a distraction, I believe. I kind of forgot to be honest, but I forgot what it was. Let me see. Oh yeah, it was a distraction. Yeah, so that's what it was. So of course, Kyrie did the roll up, and obviously, with Asuka kind of helping her out. But I love Asuka and Kyrie with their freaking Kyrie kind of thing, because now it's like this, and this is so funny. This was like one of the greatest posters like this week. This was pretty good too. I thought this was hilarious. Number one Sports Illustrated. They got freaking Maxine. This is number one Sports Illustrated. This was so funny, but I love these. These were really great. These were great signs. I thought they were freaking fantastic of it. So then we go into AJ Styles and Dragon Lee and Penta. I thought he was gonna call John Cena because I thought that would have been really cool, fun little surprise if they got John Cena on their team before the match. Because I think they did that with what's it called, with R-Truth and Miz, and they had surprise with John Cena. So I thought it'd be the same. I thought it'd be kind of cool if they did something like that, but they didn't though. So, but it was fun to watch Penta. They did the Penta walk and all that stuff. So that was a lot of fun. AJ Styles, got the mic. I think he was gonna pipe bomb again. And Rusev, I love how Rusev came in and then just got knocked out by Penta, which is great because, again, I don't really like Rusev, but I could tell Rusev what he said, like he wants to build the younger people up. So I think he's kind of now at that point where he's kind of being a supportive character and just building and boosting up all the other wrestlers. I think that's what he's trying to do, but who knows, right? So they win that match. AJ Styles wins with the Styles Clash. Really great. Love the match. It was great. Now the main event: CM Punk and LA Knight and Usos. I feel like they always have this every week, and it was an okay match. I didn't really care too much about it, to be honest. But it looks like sorry, but it seems like they all hate each other. And the funny part about this whole thing is that like I feel like having like the heels, I feel like there's not enough bad guys, so I feel like they have to like make their own sometimes. So with the feud with LA Knight, CM Punk, and Usos, they all like hate each other now, which is pretty funny. I know their all goal is to fight against Seth later on, but it seems like they keep wanting to freaking beat each other up half the time, which is pretty funny, I guess, for the most part. So, anyways, the end of it, CM Punk hits him with the GTS with Jay, and then LA Knight takes the win, and he just has the funniest face when he wins, so that kind of goes from there. Now, one thing I will mention is the last thing I'll mention is the Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. I love this build up. I love the story they're going with. Ever since that time when Cody Rhodes interrupted Seth Rollins a few months back with the Vision, he came in and then he interrupted again when Seth Rollins was gonna beat up Jey Uso. So like, I really like what they're doing in this build up, and it impacts so much more because if you guys know that Seth Rollins was a huge part of winning, helping Cody win the WWE Championship Undisputed, and it really hurt because Seth really sacrificed everything to win that. So it's a bigger story of them now. They're both champions, which is great, and it's cool because they did it two different ways, right? Cody won it in the more, I guess, fair way. Seth Rollins did it by having his goons and everything like that, or in the Money in the Bank technically. So it wasn't like technically goons, but like they basically went different ways, and it's crazy to see that because now you see both of them as champions. This match is gonna be really great. I'm really excited for this match a lot, and the build up where Seth goes, like I sacrificed everything, but Cody basically slapped me in the face by teaming up with Roman Reigns, and it's kind of like the Kevin Owens kind of thing. So it's nothing too surprising, but I love the build up, and now they're finally talking, which is really cool because I think the last few times when they interrupted each other, didn't say a word, and this is gonna be good, and this is gonna be a struggle of Seth Rollins like, hey, am I gonna keep doing this, or like, am I just gonna turn back to where I am, or am I gonna lose? Am I gonna win? How am I gonna do it right? And Paul Heyman says something like really important. It's like, if you lose this, I'm gonna question why I left Roman Reigns, and that's gonna be pretty crazy to think about. So I think Seth is gonna win. I think he is, but it's just gonna be the way he's probably gonna choose the bad path, and I think that'll probably lead to war games, probably, and then they'll probably bring the big boys in, like Brock Lesnar coming back, maybe something like that. I don't know how they're gonna do that, but anyways, very good, very very good Raw episode today. I was very happy with it, very excited. But let me know in the thoughts what you guys think, and see you guys next video. Peace.